Namaste everybody. I welcome each one of you to Udaya's classroom. In today's class, we are going to talk about Hindu undivided family business, that is joint Hindu family business. It is also called as joint Hindu family business, and about its features, let's discuss today. Come, let's get started with the class. Joint Hindu family business is the oldest forms of business organization, and this business found only in India, and this business is governed by Hindu law, and under the Hindu Family Business Succession Act 1956, this joint Hindu family business is running, and it is prevailing only in India. So to run this business, the family should have ancestral property, that is their grandparents would have given some ancestral property. All the members of the family will become the member of the joint Hindu family business. This business, in short, it will be called as HUF. And this joint Hindu family business in West Bengal, male and female, both members of the family, male and female, will take part in the business activity, that is called Dayabaha. Rest of the places in India, male only will take part in the business. It is called Mitakashara. So in the West Bengal, both male and female can be the members of the joint Hindu family business. In rest of our country, male only will take part. So that is called Mitakashara. Alright. Now let's see the features of the joint Hindu family business. The first feature is formation. As I mentioned, formation is very easy, and the joint Hindu family business will be formed with the members of the family. Minimum 2 members should be there in the joint Hindu family business. So eldest member of the family will be taking care of the business. He will be called as Karta, Karta. So the eldest member of the family will be taking care of the business. He will be called as Karta. So the eldest person will have unlimited liability towards the business. He will be taking care of the whole business activities, decision making, everything will be done by the Karta only in the business. As I mentioned, Hindu Succession Act 1956 is governing this joint Hindu family business. So it is very simple to form. Only thing is, people should have ancestral property, and they should be by birth member of the family, or else at least 3 generations they should be in the particular family itself. So that is how the business will be started. And the next is liability. Liability part, if we take up, Karta only will have unlimited liability. Other members will be having limited liability, because Karta only will be taking care of all the activities in the business organizations. And next is control. The control also will be under Karta only. So the Karta will have control over the business. Other members also will take part, and they will be sharing the parts and they will be sharing the profits of the company like other members, but control alone will be with the Karta only, eldest person. Alright. And moving on to the next feature, continuity. The continuity of the business. If the members of the family don't want to continue the business after the death of the Karta, means they can withdraw the business, they can terminate the business at any point of time. Suppose if they wanted to continue, they can continue. Next to Karta, who is the eldest person, he will become the Karta of the business. Okay, it will be continuing in case the Karta deceased also. And the last feature that we have is minor members. Whether the minor members could be the member of the Hindu undivided family business, means yes, minor also can become the member of the business, but his liability will be limited only. He can also become a member of the Hindu undivided family business. So these are all the features of Hindu undivided family business. Having understood about these features, we'll end up this session today. I'll meet you with the merits and demerits in the next class. Till then, it's bye from Udaya.